Welcome to another podcast presentation from the Zenith Corporation.
May I have your attention, please? Your podcast will begin in just a few moments. Please keep your hands inside the podcast at all times and enjoy your ride.
Hello everyone, welcome back to In Out the Lead, the show where we review both new and older movies. This is Gino.
This is Robert.
America.
Ricardo.
And Gio.
And we are coming to you live from our editing bay. If you're new to the show, we use the rating system of In Out Delete.
In if you liked the movie and you loved it and you would not wait 27 years to watch it again. Out if you did not like it and you wouldn't mind waiting 27 years because it wasn't that good. And delete if you could wait all eternity to never watch it again.
So this week we watched It, Chapter 2, and Robert's pick, which was Frailty. So let's take a quick listen on It, Chapter 2.
Yes, may I help you?
I used to live here.
Won't you come in? It's the least I can do. Is it like you remember?
Cleaner.
Well, you feel free to look around while I get the water boiling.
Your hair is winter fire. January embers. My heart burns there too.
There you go.
Thank you.
Now some music. I do apologize. It gets so very hot here this time of year.
It's fine.
Well, you feel like you could just about die. But you know what they say about Derry? No one who dies here ever really dies.
It, Chapter 2, 27 years after their first encounter with the terrifying Pennywise, the Losers Club have grown up and moved away until a devastating phone call brings them back. Ooh.
Let's do this.
So, Gio, I want you to go first. How do you feel about that?
I think I'm going to be in on this one. It's kind of weird because I did see the original, the 90s one, whatever. So you kind of know what's happening, but so I'm going to go based more on, I guess, of the slight differences there are from, I guess, the original one to this one, and the performances. And I like them, especially Bill Hader's performance in this. It was really good.
Robert.
I'm in. There is a lot of flaws in this movie. Like a lot. Probably more than there are good things. But I was entertained enough. And, I like horror, so I give this movie, I grade it kind of on a curve. But the performances and the casting is really strong. That's probably the highlight of the movie. But it's not scary. But I don't think it's trying to be scary. So we could get into those details later. So a flawed movie, yes, but I think I still enjoyed it enough to give it an in.
Ricardo.
It was entertaining in a way, whatever, but I will never watch it again.
So maybe an out?
Yeah, it's an out. It's like a Friday movie for me. So it's like overall, like good acting, like you said, and it wasn't supposed to be scary. I noticed that too from the first one too. I think so. I saw the coolness on it, and it looks pretty and everything, but will I watch this again? I don't think so.
America.
Yeah. I'm deleting this.
Holy
I saw that coming.
Yeah,
I saw that freight train coming.
You were already shaking your head.
Yeah, no, I can't. 3 hours. I was bored out of my mind the entire time, and I was going through the whole story structure in my head, and then I was looking at the clock, like, damn, I still have 2 hours left. They still have to, resolve the thing with the clown. It was too much.
Gino?
I agree with Ricardo. I'm an out. I enjoyed Bill Hader's acting. The storyline was okay. And I saw it as well as like an action adventure type movie. Like there was a obvious jump scares, I should say, but I did not take this as a scary movie. I took it as like another action adventure type movie. And I also agreed with America. I kept looking at my watch at some moments of the movie. Yeah, that's an out for me, yo.
So I think the biggest problem this chapter 2 and chapter 1 had was that as a horror movie, it was way overproduced.
Yeah.
Like, it's all CGI and all the monsters are all that. It doesn't look very realistic. And, the opening scene where they beat up that gay kid and they killed him, that's from the book. And that's a really, really terrifying scene. And as a horror movie, you need to build up tension. You need to build up suspense. And that scene is shot and edited like an action movie. A lot of shaky camera and close-ups and stuff. So that doesn't build fear,
Yeah.
So that, right away, that was a red flag. But the movie, I think, throws all that away and just goes
Gore.
the comedy route. Basically, it's not trying to be a horror movie anymore. It's trying to be a horror comedy, kind of like in a way like a Sam Raimi movie would be, like Evil Dead and stuff like that. Here's the thing, though, that didn't really, it didn't really work the way they did it, and I think the comedy between the characters worked because the acting was strong, right? But when it's visual jokes in the scary scenes, it doesn't work. So that shows that the director wasn't really quite strong, and I gotta give him credit because it's a hard target to hit. It's a very thin margin. It doesn't quite hit it.
Yeah, when you mix genres, sometimes it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
you could either lean too close one way or the other, and it just either goes completely comedy and it just kind of kills your mood.
Even though like it wasn't quite getting it, I was happy enough that it could have been more. It could have taken the easy route and been just kind of a mainstream, just jump scare after jump scare horror film. And it wasn't. It was completely off the wall, Yeah.
I wish it had gone the jump scare way. Like, I didn't get scared. I really wanted to, be scared. And I kind of knew that I wasn't going to get that from the first movie. But it just... Come on. You have to be scary to be a halfway horror movie.
That's totally fair. And I get it. And, it doesn't hit the mark that it tried to hit. But I'm giving it credit. Like I said, I'm grading on the curve for trying. And because I still like when the cast is together, it's really, really entertaining. When the cast is apart, it's honestly, I agree with you guys, it's fucking boring. There's no reason this movie should be 3 hours long.
Yeah.
I know they're adapting a
big
billion-page book, but cut some stuff out.
Because
you could do a better job.
Because even the miniseries was 4 hours, two-parter kind of thing.
You know what? I will admit though, the only thing I did find interesting was Bill Hader alone thing. Got me interested because the whole with. The Pennywise is threatening him, telling him oh, I know your little secret. And
there was some interesting tidbits.
That one was to me more interesting than what when Barb went to her old apartment.
Yeah, that was disappointing. Yeah.
And then what else? Freaking, the guy who's rated the germs and shit because of his mom. Eddie. Yeah. Him in the pharmacy. I don't fucking care you're picking up your goddamn prescription.
Totally 100% agree. Although the actor I thought was great.
No, the actor's not bad. I just think there's those specific moments.
It's not interesting, But I think the director is the weak link here because the first one is more of a mainstream horror movie that wasn't very scary. Right, it was entertaining and it had a great cast.
It's more of a thriller, I think, than the actual horror movie.
But still, it's still trying to be scary, and it wasn't really scary. This one kind of throws it away, and it goes the kind of horror comedy route, and it's not as effective at it, Yeah. So he's got some really ambitious ideas, but just not quite hitting the mark.
Another thing that bothered me too was on the first one, the bully is one of the main scariest part of the movie.
Yeah.
It would this is a scary part for me in the first one. So in this one, when they had the bully come back. And he's old fat guy. He didn't do anything. He could have done I know he did one thing.
To kill people.
Yeah, but he didn't.
He didn't do it right.
Yeah,
I agree. It's trying to fit too many story elements into a fucking long ass movie.
I also didn't like that the dead one was the one driving him around.
Nobody caught that. Nobody
everything was off the wall. Just let's have a fucking zombie drive.
Yeah, but it's just you gotta have more zombies or just no zombies because then it's
if
what
you're
the
gonna
hell?
go super crazy how they were trying to go, maybe have them as characters and have scene with them.
It's true. I agree that they didn't prepare you enough to see those things in the first movie. Fucking Stephen King was on drugs while he wrote it. There's a fucking turtle in the book. But this movie could have used more of the less is more approach. Don't show us everything. Don't show us the fucking clown with a million teeth exploding a head. A little kid's head. Because that stuff is not scary.
Yeah.
It's not scary to see. Sometimes it works better in your head.
Well, so it looks like we have 2 ins, 2 outs, and 1 delete because of America.
Very mixed on this movie. Yeah.
Very mixed.
It makes sense.
Now, we all have our own. But we're going to take a small break, so stay tuned.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Use seen him as a Terminator.
Come with me if you want to live. I'll be back.
You've seen him as the governor of California.
California called me the governor.
Now, hear him like you've never heard him before.
This is how we do it.
It's Arnold covering the hits.
This is how we do it. Cause baby, you're a firework. Come and show them what you're worth. Make them go, la, la, la. Don't stop believing. hold on to that feeling. Street lights, be back. Yeah. Horses in the back, horse stackers attached. Hat is mad black, got the boots that black to match. Like Terminator 2, I was wearing all black, you know, I took it from the biker gang. Yeah.
For the low price of $79.99, you can get the 6 CD box set of Arnold covering some of yesterday's and today's greatest hits. Act now, and you'll receive a bonus disc of Arnold singing in Spanish.
Contaré la historia de una famosa persona. Toda la conoce con el poder de Jonah. Todos la conocen con el apodo de Jonah. Yes, Jonah likes to move it, and she likes to do it.
Call now at 1-800-555-1995 and get yourself a copy so you can rock out to Arnold singing his hits. Operators are standing by.
You the agent in charge of the case?
That's right. What can I do for you?
I'm here because I can't live with what I know anymore. Listen, this may sound a little bit crazy, but I know who the Gotham killer is.
What makes you think that?
You hadn't even heard me out yet, and already you doubt me.
They were raised to obey their father.
Go do some homework.
To love him. To trust him.
Night, boys. Sleep tight.
Don't let those bed bugs bite.
Until...
Wake up. I've got something to tell you.
Hey, what's wrong?
There are demons among us. I can see the demons.
Set in present-day Texas, Frailty centers on the FBI's search for a serial killer named the God's Hands. One day, a young man approaches the lead investigator, claiming he knows the identity of the killer.
Ooh. So Robert, why'd you pick this movie?
I picked this movie because it's a horror movie.
Of course.
And I love horror movies, and I'm kind of warming up to Halloween time, you know? But mainly I picked it because it's a different type of horror movie. It's almost not a horror movie. It's almost like just a straight up thriller. Because it's not a slasher, it's not any ghost story, it's not a monster. So it's a very different approach to horror, and I think one that's very, very highly effective. Almost like Hitchcockian suspense type. So that's why I love it. I love the performances. I love Bill Paxton. He's one of my favorite actors. And he directed this. This is his first movie he directed. So yeah, I love it, and I love, it's kind of like a hidden gem, but I love introducing it to everybody. Obviously, I'm in, and I love it so much, so what do you guys think?
I am an in because when I saw it younger, I thought I didn't understand the elements that Bill Paxton did in the directing. I just thought it was like random shit, and I was like, really? Whatever, this is bullshit. And honestly, I forgot the ending, so I'm glad I rewatched it, because when I watched the ending, I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
It was new to you again.
Yeah, it was new to me. That's what I'm trying to say. That thing said I'm in. What about you, Ricardo?
Yeah, I'm in. Of course.
Yeah,
this movie
makes me happy.
Yeah, this movie was too good. I hope you guys liked it, but yeah, I love it, and I love the acting of Bill Paxton. It's too good, right? His reactions and everything, his faces that he does, you kind of believe him. You're always like, oh shit, you're in him. You're doing his face too. You're just like, oh shit.
You're doing his faces right now.
Alongside with him.
Yeah, and then the kids are brilliant. That other guy too. What's his name?
My boy Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew, Matthew's so cool, man, in this movie. And the story is the best part of this whole thing. So good that when I was younger, I did write a script because of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, a little short because of this.
Yeah.
And
okay. How about you, America?
I'm in. I really liked it. Like, the acting is really, really good. The cinematography was great. I'm in.
All right, Gio.
I think I'm being out on this. I will agree. The ending is good, but towards the beginning, I was just kind of like, what's kind of going on a bit? Like, it kind of, it dragged a bit. I know, I understand the way that they're trying to do it, but also I was kind of distracted at the same time while watching it. The concept is good, but yeah, it's just not very much for me.
I think for anybody who hasn't seen it, because I didn't really say this in the synopsis, is Bill Paxton plays a single father raising two little boys. One day he comes in and tells them that God came to him and told him that he's given him the power to destroy demons, and that the demons look like humans, and he has the power to see if the humans are human or demons, and they're gonna go out and kill demons.
Yeah, he's got like a magic touch.
Yeah.
All right, so going back to that, so him and one of the sons are really into it, mainly because he's the little kid, so he's very impressionable. so the dad is like Bill Paxton's character, kind of like I think what Ricardo said. Like you see this weird, demented kind of look in his face, but he truly believes that he's doing good. Like he's literally like killing people.
It's not murder. He's slaying demons.
Yeah, he's slaying demons, but it doesn't go into. It has that supernatural element, but it doesn't go full supernatural. Like let's say,
but that's one of the things I like about the movie, because it never gives you enough all on one side. Right. It gives you enough to doubt everything.
Yeah.
That's why I appreciate the direction, because it doesn't go totally supernatural, and it doesn't go totally realistic, and that keeps the doubt in the viewer's head, right, to whether he's telling the truth. And when you're watching this essentially a family deteriorating, because in the first scene, it's a really loving family. He helps the kid with the homework and all that stuff.
And I also believe that he was that he was crazy just because people. Not to sound racist, not to sound stereotypical, but I feel like white men in little small towns are over religious as fuck over Christianity, and they fucking assume they're the exorcist or they're the fucking devil killer for any little thing. Like, devil be gone, get out of this boy's body. You know what I mean? And then
you can't kill her.
You know what I mean? And
that's the cool part though, because he makes it seem like how he doesn't talk about it. It's just like a normal day, and he's like, oh wait, but tomorrow. We got some business to do, and it just fucking.
It almost goes back to normal.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Yeah,
that's the best part of the whole thing.
Exactly, and you find it more weird is when like, oh God, show me my weapons. Like, oh, he presented to me these weapons. Like, and it's like it's a fucking pipe. You assume when God gives you a weapon, he gives you this majestic sword, or
you try to get into this kid's head, and you're just like, you see your dad do that, and you're just like, damn, this fucking guy's crazy, dude.
Yeah, like that's just a fucking lead pipe. No, it's God's lead pipe. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. That's why I like that what they did with that, because we're seeing the point of view of the kid, not seeing the point of view of him.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we're also believing the kid. Like, holy crap, my dad's fucking crazy. And I'm like, hey, bro, your dad is fucking crazy. You know what I mean? He named his axe Otis for God's sakes. Like,
the name was already on there.
I was already on it. Yeah, oh my God, God gave him a axe.
I was wondering, like, does that name have anything to do with
anything?
So
there's a couple of theories. Like, they never explain it in the movie, but like online, there's some theories that it stands for only the innocent survive. So that's it's up to speculation.
But I kind of saw that on IMDb.
Yeah,
where it's also where the name Otis came from. So Bill Paxton ran into a homeless man, I think in Pasadena, and he started up a conversation with the homeless man. Like, he wanted to give him money or food or whatever, and the dude was like, no, I don't want anything. So he's like, can I use your name? He's like, sure.
Oh, it's Otis?
And his name was Otis.
Oh, that's cool. But going back to what Gina was saying, that's why I said, like, it never gives you enough on each side.
Yeah.
It always leaves you with the doubt
It's
of whether
very vague.
who was telling the truth or not.
Especially when when it comes back to Matthew McConaughey, and the FBI agent, and the FBI agent's like questioning, like, nah, you're bullshitting me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, so why would your dad do that? You know, being a smartass. And then Matthew McConaughey's like, I know you don't believe me. But then, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to do his voice.
This is cool though, huh?
Yeah.
He's so like calm and like.
I know.
Out of like, I don't know how to explain that. How do you say that when you're like out of life or something?
Out of body experience?
Yeah, or I don't know how to. But his body is just.
He's kind of like giving up or something. He's just like tired looking or something. Like, he's just there, like, yeah, this happened.
Kind of like a defeated.
And that makes you believe that he,
it's true.
That he is telling the truth. Yeah.
That's why it's cool.
It's like, this is my reality. This is what I've had to live with. This is the burden I've had to carry since I'm.
But yeah, I'm glad I watched it again. Thank you, Robert. It's just bringing me back nostalgia in a way, and also like blow my mind with the ending. I'm like, this is some Hitchcocky thing, and you know what? And thanks to James Cameron as well. James Cameron.
Really?
There's a trivia in IMDb that I read that James Cameron's the one that told him don't show them what certain parts.
Oh, keep it hidden.
Keep it hidden.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You know what I mean? So that's why like it is what it is.
Yeah. It's funny, when I first heard about this movie, I didn't watch it as a kid or anything. I do remember kind of the advertisements, but I never watched it. And somebody was telling me, they were like, have you seen this movie? And I was like, no. And they were trying to remind me. So they basically told me the whole story. And they told me the twist. But I found it so fascinating. It's like, it's about a guy who thinks he sees demons and he has to kill them. And that idea was just like so fascinating. I was like, I have to watch this movie right now.
Yeah.
So if that premise doesn't like entice you, you're probably not going to like this movie, you know?
Yeah. For those who have seen Carrie, there's some similarities between, Mom and
Well,
dad.
I'm kind of glad that you bring that up because Carrie is a Stephen King story, right?
Yes.
You could totally see this like as a Stephen King-esque story.
So
you know?
Frailty, we got 4 ins and 1 out. God damn it, Gio. Again.
It was good, not
You're
great,
like
but
the kid in the movie. You don't see the greatness. We all see it.
Am I going in the hole?
Go in the hole until you see God.
I don't want it.
Alright guys, make sure you tune in next week as we review Hustlers starring J-Lo and Constance Wu.
Oh, damn.
Well, we know where you're gonna be
Yep.
at. Yeah.
Mhm.
The bar.
Hey, this is how we felt when we had to watch Hobbs and Shaw.
Well, what is the predictions for Hustlers? I already know you're gonna be out. You already
I just
opened
want to
your
see
mouth.
the naked ladies.
Okay, at least you're honest.
Cardi B.
Oh, well, nobody cares about Cardi B. She's ugly. Moving on.
I know.
What about you, Gio? What do you think?
I'll probably be somewhere between an out and a delete. Most likely a delete.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't care for this
Yeah,
movie, really.
I don't think I would delete it, but I'll probably be out.
I think I'll be out. I hope it's fun.
What you, Robert?
I'm not a fan of J-Lo. I think
Yes.
I don't buy her in anything.
Not even in
Like the
Selena?
last movie, yeah. Besides that, even besides that, but the last movie she was in, she played like a fucking grocery store.
I saw
Oh,
that.
You know,
second act?
clerk is like,
Yeah.
Second act.
like
yeah.
you're not a fucking, you don't work at a grocery store. You're J-Lo, you know. So like, but that being said, I think I might be in on this. You know, I think the whole caper side of it. I feel like it might be kind of entertaining.
She might mess it
Sure,
up.
man.
Yeah.
Just like butt.
That and I like strippers, so fuck it, you know.
I think I'm being out as well. I mean, J-Lo has not been doing very well in the acting scene since.
Has she ever?
Well, no, I mean, have you
Since
seen?
Anaconda.
That's what I was
Oh
gonna
my
say.
god, I forgot about that.
I was gonna say that. I was
Well,
about to
she
say
did
that.
great in Selena. She did great in freaking Made in Manhattan.
Nah.
Whatever, y'all.
I never saw
Whatever. Whatever. Either way, I'm out. That's gonna be an out for me. So please don't forget to follow us on Instagram under In Out Delete Reviews, one word, to get updated on upcoming episodes and little shenanigan type posts. Well, till next time.
Thank you for listening. Please exit the podcast and don't forget to collect all your belongings and young children. We hope you enjoy listening and have a great rest of your day here at In Out Delete.
This has been a podcast presentation from the Zenith Corporation, working for a better tomorrow for all of mankind.